Hey guys, LF here. First off, I'd like to give credit to my buddy Scraffoon for this knowledge. This is the chillest grind in BDO, where you only use your hotkeys and still earn more than 1 bill an hour consistently, if not more when you get lucky with drops. First of all, the spot in question is going to be Hong Lim base. There's a myriad of reasons as to why we do it here. A lot of people probably already understand why, but if you're a returning player or if you're a new player, you're probably not familiar with it yet. So let me go through the details. So Hong Lim base is essentially in Land of the Morning Lights. If you are new and you are just doing your season, feel free to check out my season beginner guide. It's going to help you save several hours of grief, so you don't start off on the wrong foot. If you're a new player or returning player and you haven't done your Magnus quest yet, make sure that you do that quest so you can easily get to this area from the main continent, which is all the way down here, right? So in order to introduce to you the spot first, it's going to be right around here. You can see Dry Branch Village there and start heading over to where I am. You can actually just like, you see this Hyosun here? You can just path over to here and it should get you into the safe area to the side. And parts of the Hong Lim base is essentially like around this area here, okay? So Hong Lim base, why is it so good? Why does it give you 1 bill per hour in silver, if not more? So one of the main things is trash loot. It's 20.5k each. You get a reliable amount of these, but that's not even the best thing. You can get your black stones here, which do sell on the market. These are the ones that probably are the ones only that don't like really sell, but you should save these anyway because this will help you with your stacks once you get into your later upgrades. You can thank me later on that, okay? The other things too are these right here. While these might not be the best things for you to use, once you do get these things, they will sell on the market. They are usually on max pre-order on the market because they give you the Essence of Dawns, which is essentially what you use in order to upgrade your Karazad accessories. So people will need this, you will need this. You can actually choose to keep these if you want to use them for yourself, if you're upgrading your Karazad. But if you're not quite there yet, you can choose to sell them in the market. They will always sell. The other thing too is your Caphras. So not only do you get your Ancient Spirit Dust, which you can use to craft your Caphras, and the ingredients for it is the Ancient Spirit Dust through simple alchemy and also Blackstone, which you already get. You essentially just have a constant source of Caphras. Not only that, but they also drop the Caphras stones themselves. So if you're not familiar with these, let's take a look at the marketplace right now. So let's take a look at Caphras stones right now. Caphras stones right now, 0 in stock. Max PO, 3 mil each. And you get a lot of these grinding here. That means that you will always have max profit, and once you get these Caphras, they will always sell, right? And then let's go for the one all AP crystals that you get here, right? If you look at it, there's like some in stock right now, but these things will be bought out immediately. You can just put it up here. You can see it's always listed at like max price. There's orders here at 99 mil, but people don't even sell it there because they know for a fact that people will need this. People will always need these, and they will always just buy it, right? If you want to maybe like have it sell faster, if you would like, you could search up Essence of Dawn. You could actually you could actually heat these and turn them into Essence of Dawns. And if you look at Essence of Dawns right now, right, these are usually at max price as well. Like, people know that even though there are orders down here, they don't sell it that. You know why? Because people will always need this, and that's why it sticks up there to 100 mil. And that's why it's not going down in price, because people will always buy it. People will always need it. So that's like really good sources of income for you, and you can always have that profit almost immediately. So, and you might be curious as to what the motivation for this video is. I recently made a video about me hard grinding to qualify for the BDO Masters tournament that requires you to be top 5% gear score. And of course, for a returning player like me, that requires a lot of grinding. And maybe I won't even make it if I just only grind like 5, 6, 7 hours a day, right? So I'm usually grinding like 10 to 24 hour sessions even. So I've been looking for ways to ease the grind and make it easier on my fingers and wrists, even though I'm grinding on my Wukong right now to kind of like practice the muscle memory already. But if I need a break, if I don't want to grind like off stream a little bit, if I just kind of want to chill. I just want to chill like a little bit, right? Like, this is what I do essentially. And that's why I have it tagged. So this is the gear that I have now. after about 2.5 weeks of just like really hard grinding. But I'm gonna post right now the gear that I had before, and it's a lot easier to achieve than you would think as a new player, just because you get a huge like influx of silver, free silver essentially, and there's a lot of ways to go around it. Even if you do have less gear, even if you want to start here with lesser gear, there are ways to go around it. So all right, let's get started. So first of all, the best class that I can recommend to you here is Hashashin, and that is going to be using the succession skill set that it has instead of awakening. So as for the skills, really simple. You just need Descent, Prime Descent. You just need Prime Chosen Blade. You just need Prime Quicksand. You need Prime All's Breath. And of course, you can add the Prophecy Blade in there as well from one of your skill enhancements. And that's it. You can see, like, I don't have these leveled yet. As for skill add-ons, you can see these are the only ones that you can put add-ons into that you do use. So you have your Descent. I have extra AP against monsters and extra DP, especially if you're not confident about your survivability yet. You have your Chosen Blade, attack speed, crit rate, crit damage, and then you have your Quicksand, crit rate, and all DP minus 20 for the mobs. This is especially helpful for the mini bosses that do spawn. So, what is Honglim base? You can see right off the bat that the recommended AP for this total stat, by the way, is 730 and 390 DP. It caps out at 850, so even if you see that I have a lot of AP right now for this area, you know, it caps out at 850, right? So usually when you press I, you'll have this open, and usually this is the default right here, gear score 328, 412 on my end. But what you need to do is you need to click on total stats, you need to click on demi-human, and then you'll see up here or down here how much you have exactly, and you can kind of like cater to that a little bit more. You don't actually need to reach the recommended DP, because there are like off the bat, just because there are ways to circumvent it, as I said, and I'm about to show you the ways that you can do that, right? So one of the things that you do, now that we've kind of covered the required AP/DP for this area, is one of the things that really made a difference for me here is probably your Kabua's artifact. So it is quite expensive. It probably runs around like 6 billion silver each. And the light stones you put in here are obviously going to be demi-human. There are better light stones out there, but they're expensive for returning or new players. And even though these are expensive in and of itself, the Kabua's artifact, I say that you kind of like get it is because you get a lot of free silver as a new player. You get a lot of free silver as a returning player as well. So it is one of the things that will just really make your life easier in here. It gives you monster AP, it gives you monster DR, plus if you have 2, you have 14 monster AP, you have 40 monster DR, which is humongous, right? Like it's huge for you. And it gives you like some extra HP to give you that little bit of leeway when it comes to survivability, right? So as long as you meet those kind of like those stats, you should be fine. And in order to kind of mitigate the lesser stats that you have, there are ways to go around it. So let's start with tent buffs. So once you have your tent buffs, you just go over here, go to shop, get your valor, get your protection, and you might as well go for growth here as well, right? And of course, always adventurer's luck, item drop rate plus 50%. Always get this one. Make sure that you have it, because once you get one of these wand crystals, it basically pays for 2 hours worth of that, right? And as for what you need to have invested on, you can look at it over here, connected node Honglim base. So you just have to really go to Honglim base up here. I kind of messed up at the very beginning here. I put it on Bomnay County thinking that it was there. You know, but that's my mistake. Make sure that you level up Honglim base, because at level 20, it'll give you an extra 10% drop rate. And that's one of the things that you kind of want to have as part of your tent buffs. And also, while you're here, you might as well go to Villa Scroll, and you might as well grab yourself some extra Villa buffs on here as well, which you can see I have already, right? And next thing, as for consumables, you want to grab yourself some harmony drops. So you could go over to the market, just type in harmony. You can see the demi-human drops here. You can just go for the demi-human drops. The buffs themselves are kind of costly, but trust me, the efficiency that they give you is more than worth it, especially if you're using them to make up for stats that you don't quite have yet. And you should get used to these anyway, these harmony drops, because like from this point on, especially towards like the end game spots, these are pretty much required, right? And after that, you can have your simple cron meals as well. And after, if you feel like you need more tankiness, if you're especially if you're new to this area, then you can actually have perfume of calc as well. It's only like 2 mil ish in the market. It's 20 minutes each, so that's around like maybe 6-7 mil per hour essentially. And if you really feel like you're still either lacking in damage or not even feel, but if you see up here that you're lacking in damage or DP, you can search up Mystic in the market, and you could either go for all AP, which gives you an extra 15 AP, or you could also go for the DR as well, which gives you an extra 15 DR, right? And that's if you really want to just make it so much more smoother for yourself, or much more safer depending on your current stats. And make sure that you also have your Vels, either your Vels Heart, or your Ator's Stone, which you can get for free via quest, or even the free Tacro stones that you get as well from Season, which gives you the additional attack speed, really useful, extra AP as well, and just extra XP for yourself, right? So make sure that you pop those, or maybe just like, even if you have to just like look up a Spirit Stone here and just start popping those. If you don't have any of those options, right, you could choose to go the route of Destruction Spirit Stone, or you could kind of like go for the more defensive ones, Guardian Stone, if you really want to add a little bit more HP, a little bit more DR for yourself, make it easier for yourself, right? So these are the things that you can do. Other things that you can do to increase your drop rates are definitely your loot scrolls that you get from your coupons. A lot of times, if you bought stuff from the pro shop, maybe you'll get some scrolls on there as well for additional drop rate. But the other thing is this right here. If you have a lot of loot scrolls, feel free to just have it activate at like level 2, right? Always try to have it at level 2 if you can, especially if you have a lot of these. If you don't have too much of these, then try to start collecting them. There's a lot of ways that you can get them. I'm not going to mention them here just because there's always like added sources, or even if you can get them in the cash shop as well, right? So how does this build work exactly in this place, and why does it make it so much easier compared to the rest? So before I go in, what you can do here is you can go for simple cron meals here, right? Once you have your draughts actually, and let me just grab a harmony draught here. So demi-human, let's put 1. Let's say that you have for me, for example, I only have continuous care 4, so I'm very limited. A lot of the times people really want the continuous care 5, but unfortunately I just don't want to risk it because it's going to be expensive, right? What you want to do if you have continuous care 4 like me, you just want to have that on there, right? Let's remove all of these, just have this thing on there. That takes up around 15 already by itself, and then you just want to have the perfume of calc there because this gives you a lot of damage, and this also gives you that security if you need that. If you don't need it, then feel free to put like a simple cron meal in there, or like a loot, or like a drop rate scroll that you want to have popped on cooldown. Just have it on there as well. If you have continuous care 5, you can just have all your buffs on here and not even think about it, right? So for the ones that you don't have on auto on your fairy, you can just very easily put them down here, put your mystic scrolls down here as well if you have them on, and just kind of like turn it on and start going to town with it. So just to quickly demonstrate how this build essentially works is Honglim base is a tower spot. Tower spot means that they will always spawn around this area, and all you really need to do at this point is, if you have 100% of your DSR here, you can just press Z buff, but for the most part you just press 1, right? You just press 2, you just press 3, right? 4, start spamming it. That's really all it comes down to. You can do 5 as well there. Just press 1 again, 2. Most of the time, if you're confident enough in your tankiness, you don't even have to look. You can just be looking at your other screen right here, and you can just like start spamming numbers. just randomly. Doesn't even matter. Like, I'm not even looking at the screen right now, right? Like, from time to time, you want to shift S to like jump back a little bit, because like there is some forward momentum on your skills, right? So you can kind of sense it. I'm still not looking at my screen, right? Like, pretending I'm like watching a Netflix show right now, just like here, like not even like looking at that side right now. I'm just gonna keep doing that. Just keep pressing random numbers, right? 1 2 3 4 5. I don't even have to pay attention to the amount of, like, I don't even know what the cooldowns are right now. I just did. And then from time to time I'll shift S. The only other thing that you need to really quote unquote pay attention to for the most part is this sharpshooter right here. One of the reasons why it's really good for Hashashin is because usually the tornadoes, they kind of just like, you can see like it's already doing damage to him, right? Like usually the tornadoes kind of chase him around, so you don't really have to worry about it as much, right? But if you really just want to get rid of them, say like they're right over there, you can just have to shift to the side, then start casting skills. Maybe look like from time to time, right? And that's it. This really is what it is. And the best part about this is eventually the bosses will the mini bosses will spawn, and when you kill 3 of these bosses and you pick up the blue flames that they drop, it will summon a 9-tailed fox, which will kill the mobs for you. When that does happen, you just have to stand on the side, press Q, hold your forward block, right, which scales with your max HP, by the way, and just kind of like hold it there. You just block them, just not even have to worry about it, and you can just relax, you know, rest your fingers, your wrists, while the fox kills all the mobs for you. And yeah, that's basically it. That's the gist of the grind. Like, nothing too complicated about it. You actually don't even need to pay attention. That's the boss there, for example. You can just keep spamming skills, right? He's a bit tankier than most, but you know, he will eventually fall, right? And really, that's it right there. Like, you just keep casting skills, keep casting. So you can see his HP is already like down, and the mobs will keep spawning even when he's still like alive, right? And you can just really just back, just that's it. Like, you just keep pressing. That's really all you have to do. From time to time, you just have to like shift S, go back to where his spot is because of the forward momentum. And yeah, that's essentially the build right there. You don't really have to pay attention. Eventually the boss eventually dies, and yeah, that's it. So hopefully that helps out, and hopefully that works out for you as well, especially if you were going to go on these chill grinds. Again, it's about like 1 billion silver an hour, assuming that you sell everything, like the Caphras, the trash loot, the blackstones, and if you get lucky and you get like the bond crystals, which is basically it's like 1 bill, then I guess you just had a good hour. That's it. All right, hopefully that helps. If you have any questions, feel free to follow me on stream and Twitch at twitch.tv/littlefattygg. Or if you have any questions and I'm not online at the moment, or I'm not on stream at the moment, just feel free to join the discord.gg/dynastygg, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Peace.